valid permission or a license to use this music. A historic year. Whether she was dominating at the University of Iowa or becoming the brightest star in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark had an amazing year. An exclusive club. Time magazine named Caitlin Clark Athlete of the Year in 2024, joining a rarefied list including the likes of LeBron James, Simone Biles, Lionel Messi, and Aaron Judge. Rise to prominence. Clark rose to prominence in 2024, becoming the figurehead for women's basketball and women's sports. With that has come controversy and a whole host of issues outside of sports. Color code. The Time magazine piece summarized a myriad of topics from her rookie season, including that of racial undertones associated with her success. Caitlin's commentary. Clark said, "I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege."
Athlete of the Year, like tremendous, incredible positive feedback. That's what we've seen across the board. There's always going to be some negativity, and I feel like you have had to answer more questions than anybody about the intersectionality of race and gender and sexuality in sport, because of just who you are and you represent the growth of this thing. And even today, earlier today, Megyn Kelly, she was saying that you were apologizing for your white privilege and the fact that you wanted to uplift Black female athletes and make sure that they were getting the shine, kind of like your pioneers were getting the shine that they deserved. And I just want to know how you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit, but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career. But also, I grew up a fan of this league from a very young age. Like, my favorite player was Maya Moore. Like, I know what this league was about. And like I said, like, it's only been around 25 plus years. So I know there's been so many amazing Black women that have been in this league, and continuing to uplift them, I think, is very important. And that's something I'm very aware of. And like I said, like, I try to just be real and authentic and, you know, share my truth. And I think that's very easy for me. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And that's kind of been how it is my entire life.
Yes. And you'll never be able to make everyone happy. And someone that knows that at the age of 22, like, let's go.
Shifting credit. The WNBA star continued. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been Black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest those players that have made this league incredible, I think it's very important. End goal. She finished by saying, "I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate Black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing." Unrivaled attention. The honor from Time magazine came just after Caitlin Clark reportedly received a $1 million offer to play in Unrivaled, a 3-on-3 basketball league. Founded by WNBA stars Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. The league plays over a 10-week stretch during the WNBA offseason. Passing up, Clark ultimately declined to participate, which focuses the conversation on why she wouldn't play for such a large sum of money. It shifts the narrative away from the WNBA players who have agreed to play. Shifted too far. Caitlin Clark descended onto the WNBA scene like a comet as a rookie. Her every move was documented, shared, and dissected for all the world to see. With that being said, other WNBA players have resumes that far exceed what Clark has accomplished so far in her brief professional career. The attention meter may have shifted too far in one direction. Astronomical figures. Any way you slice it, Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA has broken any metrics trying to quantify player or league popularity. Sportico reported in August that Indiana Fever attendance was up 265% year-over-year thanks to Clark's presence. Being like Caitlin, Sportico also reported that Fever team jersey sales were up a staggering 1,193% over the 2023 season. Eyeballs. The hard-to-fathom numbers don't stop there. Fox Sports' Michael Mulvihill reported that Fever games were watched by an average of 1.178 million people, which was almost 3 times more viewers than the average figure for other WNBA games. Record setting. According to Bleacher Report, The Fever's Game 2 loss to the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA playoffs was the most watched game on cable in the history of the league. Maximizing media rights. The WNBA has fully capitalized on the surging interest in the league. According to ESPN, they signed a $2.2 billion media rights deal over 11 seasons. Unstoppable momentum. The tidal wave of Clark euphoria has carried over from her college days at the University of Iowa, when her team made it to the 2023 National Championship game against South Carolina. Marca reported that 18.7 million viewers tuned in. Underappreciated, while it's hard to deny the impact Clark has had on women's basketball in general, other players have also made their mark this season and throughout their career. Fellow highly touted rookie Angel Reese also had a successful first professional season with the Chicago Sky. Reese's remarks. Reese told the Associated Press that the WNBA's rise in popularity has several contributing factors. It's not just one person. I think people don't realize that because the narrative out there is that just one person is changing the game. It's a lot of us. Me, Camila Cardoso, there's Cameron Brink, Rickea Jackson. There's so many great players, and it's been long overdue. Wilson weighs in. Shortly after Clark was drafted, three-time WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson posted Psalm 37 verse 7 to social media, which is a verse in the Bible that talks about patience while others are having success. Fatigue. Wilson told Marie Claire in July, I felt like I was mentally tired in that whole whirlwind of people constantly saying, A'ja, you're only known because of Caitlyn. We're only here because of Caitlyn. Her own merits. Wilson continued, that's great, I get that. But while you're here, I'm not going to let you discredit me or the work that I've done, or my teammates or the people who came before have done. Legends of the game. This is essentially the narrative that was raised when it came time for United States basketball to finalize the women's Olympic roster. There were a lot of players who had represented their country multiple times, and who had put together storied WNBA careers. Clark was just getting her story started, and was ultimately left off the team. New cars shine. There's a certain element of fascination and wonder whenever a new player or person enters the social consciousness. Granted, Clark has been famous since her college days, but basketball fans were keenly interested to see how it translated in the pros. It's possible that this will eventually dissipate, or it might continue for her entire career. Barkley bounces in. Basketball Hall of Famer and NBA analyst Charles Barkley didn't like how the Clark storyline was trending in the WNBA. He said on a podcast in September, these ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they could not have messed this Caitlyn Clark thing up worse if they tried. Has the Caitlyn Clark hype train gone too far?
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlyn Clark thing up any worse if they tried. People believe what we say on television. Just because people don't like you or your personality, they can't get on TV and slander you. It's just total bullshit. This girl is incredible. The number of attention, eyeballs she's brought to college and the pros, and for these women to have this petty jealousness, you say to yourself, damn, what is going on here? And the thing I love about her, she never says a word. But these ladies, who I love and respect their game, they couldn't have this thing up any worse. There's been so much negativity, and a lot of it is just petty jealousness.
Country and other WNBA arenas.
17,608 fans in the building.
We're bringing more and more fans to this league, people that have maybe never watched the WNBA before, and it kind of takes your breath away at points. Like it's not something you look around and you're like, oh yeah, like no, it's like super cool. It's very cool to us too.
If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you.